Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Meepless and this is Literally Graphic. And today we are looking at another anthology collection, namely World War III, Illustrated Presents Fight Fascism. Reading through the introduction, apparently World War III Illustrated was a magazine founded in 1973 alongside the rise of Reaganism. At some point they switched from a magazine to an annual book published by AK Press. Fight Fascism is the 48th issue and was published in 2017. As far as warnings go, this book talks about many things that came up during and after the 2016 election, including sexual violence, immigration detention, and hate symbols. Creators who contributed to this anthology include Dario Costelejos, Sue Coe, Seth Tobocman, who also did War in the Neighborhood, Jordan Worley, Philippe Galindo, Peter Kuper, Robbie Conal, Mina Kim, Rebecca Migdal, Hurricane Ivan, Susan Semensky, Bitilla, Ellie Valley, Taylor Hollingsworth, Tom Carey, Isabella Bannerman, R. Sikoriak, who did a graphic novel adaptations of Apple's Terms and Conditions that I've always been tempted to look at but never do. Tamara Tornado, Susan Wilmarth, Eric Drucker, Kevin Pula, Andrea Arroyo, Ethan Heitner, John Penley, Steve Brodner, Mumia Abu Jamal, Mac McGill, who created my favorite short in Maroon Comics Origins and Destinies, Catherine Arnoldi, Carlo Quispe, Stephanie J. Kim, Rick Tucker, Ange Laura, Eric and Jenny Gonzalez, Blitz, Sandy Jimenez, Lucy R. Lippard, Anton Van Dalen, Sabrina Jones, Jeffrey Wilson, and Joseph Patton. A very diverse collection of types of things combining visuals and words. As this is more of a magazine, historically, this anthology actually includes ads for different leftist stuff, which was kind of fun. Each piece is only 1 to 4 pages long, so a good bathroom book, I suppose, or a coffee table if you have one of those. While most of the artwork is largely black and white, there's also a short section at the middle in color. A couple of different immigrant stories. Just about half of the pieces are focused pretty tightly on Trump, which does lead to a severe lack of gender diversity being shown, although there are plenty of white women supporting him. That said, there were a number of really well done stories about people on the female side of the binary and their families' immigrant stories, which obviously super prescient. There's also the well-titled A Sheltered White Girl's Descent into Lesbianism and the Far Left, which was some of the only sexuality representation other than commentary on Trump's entitlement to other people's bodies. As far as race goes, there were a lot of limitations on representation due to the strong focus on Trump and his most notorious underlings. A couple of immigrant stories do fall outside of the current social construct of whiteness, though, and the color section is mostly focused on ICE and immigration detention. Although Trump's sexual transgressions got a lot more space than his racism, perhaps that was easier to gloss over earlier in the administration. I don't know. As always with short stories, anthologies, I feel like I might have missed some disability representation, but I don't think so. We need more disability representation. Overall, I found this collection pretty interesting. I guess the one shortcoming that I started feeling about this issue while I was reviewing it was just how much time was given to just showing Trump. Generally uglified, which is a whole nother issue. I can see why it's a thing, but at the same time, why let him, and discussions about him, take up so much space when we could be talking about how other people relate to fascism? I think I would be rating this a hot 3 out of 5 stars. I'm certainly interested in checking out more issues of World War III. Bye y'all, keep reading and resist white supremacy. And as always, Literally Graphic is recorded on the traditional territory of the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation and Anishinaabe people, the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, and the Huron-Wendat Nation. I live here because of British colonization, indigenous genocide, and more geographically specific, Treaty 13. also known as the Toronto Purchase, which was finalized in 1805 between representatives of the Crown and certain Mississauga peoples. This treaty was a lie and has since been broken many times over. Saying so reflects only my own small steps towards knowing the truth and does nothing for reconciliation.